Good morning, students. How are you all? I hope that you all like previous PPT, which was on sentence. Now here we are, our second grammar topic, that's noun. Again, children, this is very easy topic for you all because you have already done this topic many times in your previous classes. Okay, what is a noun? The name of person, place, animal, thing, ideas, emotion, qualities, etc. all are called noun. And how many types of nouns are there? There are 4 types of noun. First one, common noun. Common noun is a name given to the people or things or of same kind. For example, teacher, boy, tree, book, etc. That means the name which we are given in common, in general, to any of the kinds of people or things is called the common noun. Next is proper noun. The name which we are giving to a particular person or a place is called a proper noun. That means like your name. Your name is a proper noun. Okay. Here for example, India, Pacific Ocean, Red Fort, Sumit, etc. Children, you know very well the difference between common noun and proper noun. Common noun, suppose if we are saying that name the countries. So, country is a common noun which we are saying to all the, and India is a proper noun. India, America, that's a proper noun. The name of a specific country is a proper noun, like you all are. If you all are boy, then boy is a common noun. Boy, boys is a common noun, and your particular name is your proper noun. Okay, next we are having collective noun. The name given to a number of people or things spoken of as a whole is called a collective noun. For example, army, bouquet, family, etc. These all are collective nouns. That means the name which we are given all together to a particular class is called a collective noun. Next is abstract noun. The name given to a quality, idea, process, emotion, condition or state is called a abstract noun. For example, bravery, sleep, honesty, etc. Children, remember these things, that the abstract noun we are not able to see. These are the things which we are only able to feel. Okay, that's a abstract noun. So here we are with the 4 different types of noun, and you people know this already, that the common noun, proper noun, collective noun and abstract noun. So now the something new for you, that's the countable and uncountable nouns. Countable nouns which you can count is a countable noun. Uncountable nouns which we cannot count is a uncountable noun. Countable nouns you can count in this way, 1, 2, 3, 4, that can be count. But when we are saying uncountable noun, for counting the uncountable noun, we need a special kind of measurement units for the uncountable nouns. Okay. Countable noun examples are dress, book, coin, dog, etc. Countable nouns can have the plural form also. Okay, dress, dresses, book, books, coin, coins, dog, dogs. Because we can count, so as per the counting, the number can be the singular, the number can be the plural. Now, uncountable nouns does not have the plural form. Whenever we are using these uncountable nouns, we have to use such words like a piece of, a jar of, a glass of, etc. These we are using before the uncountable nouns to make it countable. Or one more thing, what I have told you, that we are using a special kind of measurement units for these uncountable nouns. Okay, for example, a glass of water, a pinch of sugar, etc. Okay, I hope am I clear with the countable and uncountable nouns. So, next we are having abstract noun and concrete noun. There is another way of looking at nouns. All nouns can be abstract or concrete. That means you can describe all the nouns in 2 ways. Either they can be the abstract or either they can be the concrete noun. Abstract noun. It refers to the ideas, qualities, states, etc. that cannot be touched, heard, smelled, tasted, or seen. They can only be felt or understood. For example, qualities, ideas, emotions, condition, etc. Or you can say, when we are saying abstract noun, that's a things which we cannot see, the things which we can only feel or we can only understood are known as the abstract noun. This definition we have already done in the abstract noun also. Okay. Now the concrete noun. Concrete noun, it refers to the people, place or things that we can see, feel, touch, and they occupy space. That means the things which can occupy space, we are able to see the things. If the thing is occupying any space, we are able to see the things, we are able to feel that thing, and we are able to touch that thing. So these are people, places, animal, things, material, etc. So when we saying concrete noun, so leaving your abstract noun, rest all other nouns can come in the category of concrete noun. Like your common noun, your proper noun, your collective noun can come in the concrete noun. Okay, let's move to the next topic. That's the formation of abstract noun. How we have to form that? We can form abstract noun by adding suffixes to verb, adjectives or common noun. For example, private, this is an adjective. Private, strong, true, these three words are adjective, and when we are changing it or when we are making it abstract noun, then private become privacy, strong become strength, true become truth. Okay, we are adding the suffixes to these verbs and we are changing it into the abstract noun. Adjectives, sorry, not verbs, adjectives, and we are changing it into the adjectives. Next we are having assist, bury and try. These are the verbs, and when we have to change these verbs to the abstract noun, then we are adding suffixes to these verbs and changing it into assist. Assist become assistance, bury becomes burial, try becomes trial. Okay. Next we are having child, man, friend. These are the common nouns, and when we have to make the abstract noun out of these common nouns, then we have to change child into childhood, man into mankind, friend into friendship. So here children, how we are making the abstract noun out of adjective, out of verb and out of common noun. Okay. Next we are having collective nouns. A collective noun is a name given to a number of people or things of same kind spoken of as a whole. Then it is called a collective noun. Okay, you can see the examples. A crowd of people. When a group of people is standing, we are saying a crowd of people. A group of horses is called a team of horses. When two shoes are there, we are saying a pair of shoes. When a group of soldiers are there, we are saying an army of soldiers. And when a group of ants are there, we are saying an army of ants. So that means when we are using a particular word for a group of people, we are saying it's a collective noun. Okay. For example, individually when I am saying that you are a boy or either a girl, but when I am saying the group of boys and girls, so I can use the collective noun, that is children. Okay, the children together combining the boy and the girl. Okay, that's a collective noun. So here we are with our homework, children. Your question number 1 is make abstract noun from the following words by adding one of these suffixes. You have to add any one of these suffixes to these following words and you have to make the abstract noun. Then your question number 2 is the fill in the blanks with the noun from the words given in the bracket. In the bracket, I have given you the words and you have to make any form of the noun out of these words. Okay. So here we have completed one topic, that's a noun. Okay. Good day, children.